A white t-shirt. I haven't worn one of these in so long. Probably because of the bloody chest. But anyway, I want to talk about first impressions today. And how it is not just that first impressions matter. It's also every other impression after that. People don't understand this and they wonder why maybe a relationship fails or they lose a job or whatever. So let me go over this. You got to understand, I want you to think about people in the job interview or on the first date. Their grooming, it's impeccable. Their dress, what they're wearing, it's absolutely immaculate. Their speech, it's well thought out, it's compendious, it's precise. They get the job. Obviously, or they get the girl, obviously, because they've put in the effort, they've actually tried to win in life. But then, after a while, they get sloppy. They don't have the fresh haircut anymore. They aren't dressing as well. They aren't they're starting to communicate ineffectively. And what ends up happening, obviously, is that they lose the job, or they lose the girl. And the reason being is because they've stopped putting in effort. They've stopped trying. And yet, knowing this, or sometimes not knowing this because it just happens, people wonder why. You got to understand the answer is extremely simple. You are not the same man from the interview, or woman. You are not the same man from the first date, or woman. You've changed, and not for the better. They've changed, and not for the better. The average person, the average man, the average woman, they will put their best foot forward when they only think it counts. Only when they think it counts. But the truth is, the reality is, it always counts. This is known. This is well known. So don't get lazy. That's the basic point behind this video. You don't ever want to think you've made it, that you've got the job and you can't lose it, that you've got the girl and you can't lose her, that you've got this thing and you can't lose it. Because the effort it took you to get that, it needs to be maintained. You cannot get complacent. You can't get lazy. You can't change for the worse. If you change for the better, that's all good. That's all fine. If you get in a relationship and all of a sudden you get stronger, you get more loving, you become more open, you become a better communicator, you become this, that, and the other. If the relationship gets better than the first date, fantastic. If you become a harder worker, if you become more well-spoken, if you're better dressed, if you do more things at work than when you started, and you're still the man from the interview, but you're better, guess what? That's also a good thing because you're going to guarantee yourself promotions. But the mistake that everybody makes, like I just talked about, is that they will have the interview, they will have the first date, they'll kill it, and then they'll get lazy. They'll get complacent because they take the job, the girl, whatever. They take the thing that they put in effort to get for granted. You cannot do that. You cannot do that because if you do that, you cannot win. Do you understand? The effort has to be consistent. You have to truly try your best, be your best self every single day without fail in every area of life. Every area. Without fail. That's a high bar to achieve, and that's a lot of effort to put in, but trust me when I say you can do it. You just simply have to choose to. Understood? Fantastic. My name is Christopher Strobach. I get on here and I rant about anecdotal mindsets that I happen to have that I've found are extremely useful to me. My hope is that they are extremely useful to you. If you want to connect with me, talk to me, message me, anything along those lines, I got an Instagram page and I think a Discord server linked in the description still. Feel free to join them. Feel free to message me. Click buttons, don't click buttons. I don't really care. If you found any value in anything that I just said, the only thing that I ask is that you make use of it. So, get after it, kick some ass, and I'll see you next time.